Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to continue our look at Fear of the Dark by Iron Maiden. Now, we did this from the beginning, the intro to this quite a while ago, kind of the octave, kind of harmony section that started this song. In this lesson, we're going to take care of pretty much all the rest of the rhythms in the song. And then in the next one after this, won't be a couple years, only be a couple of days, we'll have all the solos there for you. So let's take a look here. We're going to start with this section that right after I ended the intro video. So if you haven't seen that, go back and check that one out. But we're going to check out this first clean intro part. It's got a little guitar melody with this kind of arpeggiated power chord sequence underneath it. And it's very similar to what happens in the verse and chorus sections, at least the first verse and first chorus. So let's check it out. We're going to start here with just, let me play through it one more time for you. Alright, so what I'm doing there is just on a clean setting here, and we have the 5th fret on the A, 7th on the D. Hold that power chord and just pick across those two strings. I just do down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, across from the A to the D. Alright, so you do that down, up 4 times. Then take the same chord and move it down to the 1st fret and do it for the same picking there 4 times. Then back up to the 3rd fret here, same strings, same picking pattern, done 4 times. Now go back to the 1st fret, just do that picking pattern twice there, and then twice here on the 3rd fret. So far we have 5, 1, 3, 1, 3. So all together. Alright, then we're pretty much going to start over again. It's going to have a little bit different ending here. We're going to have the 5th fret power chord, that picking pattern done 4 times. Then up the 1st fret 4 times. And then we're going to go back up to the 3rd fret and play it 4 times there as well. So you can see that's a different ending than doing that we did the first time through. So that whole thing that we just did is the entire progression for this intro of this clean part at least. Now there's that clean melody that happens over it. It's in kind of a swing 16th note feel, and it sounds like this. It's a nice little melody, and it's repeated twice. They basically play this entire section 2 times. So this starts on the D string, 7th fret, over to the 7th fret on the G. Then 5, 6 on the B. Then 8, 6. Then 5 on the B, 5 on the G. So try to hum that, just kind of get the melody in your ear. Alright, from there I'm going to jump back here and grab the 5th fret on the D over to 5th fret on the G. Then the next 2 notes, 5th fret on the D, 3rd fret on the G. So this. Then shift back up to that 5th fret on the G string, and then you're going to grab 6 on the B, 7 on the D. 7 on the G string, it's this D note. Alright, so far we have this. Now we start this melody over, but we have, once again, like we did with the chord progression, it's a slightly different ending. Same beginning. Just right here, you're going to go 5 on the B, 5 on the G, and you're going to pause there instead of doing the same ending. Alright, so as soon as you put those 2 parts together, a little variation, then once again you repeat all of that once again. All right, and then we actually get to the first verse, which continues that arpeggiated picking of on a clean tone of the same chords. It sounds like this. Let me play it through real quick. All right, so that was kind of the same thing repeated a couple of times, and then you heard that finally there's a little variation in the chords we're using. Same concept though, it's still very easy to play. So let's start here. So in this first verse, this starts at the 52-second mark. That same power chord that we did, the 5th fret, picking pattern done 4 times there, then 4 times on the 1st, then 4 times on the 3rd fret, and then twice on the 1st, and twice on the 3rd. So once again, 5, 1, 3, 1, 3. So you're just going to repeat that again. So that little section right there is done twice. Now we're going to start here with, it looks like going into the same thing, but we have that little variation. When you get here, instead of doing this, so this is the 3rd time through, you're going to now do the power chord on the 4th string, 3rd fret, and the 5th fret there on the G string. And move that up. Just do it twice there, and then move it up 2 frets and do it twice there. Now the 4th time through starts the same way, except just like we did in the intro, you're just gonna do the 3rd fret there, kind of extended a few times. All right, all right, now we get to the first chorus, which uses the exact same type of clean tone, the exact same types of chords and picking pattern. It sounds like this. All right, so we're doing that same pattern now, but starting at the 1st fret this time. You can do it 4 times. 4 times at the 3rd fret. 4 times at the 5th fret. 4 times back down to 3. All right, and then 4 times at the 1st fret. Now I'm going to do that little variation we did in the at the beginning in the first verse. So after we started, then we have our first ending, which is just hanging out here, doing the picking pattern there off the 5th fret of the A string 8 times. And then you just repeat exactly what we just did. All right, now we finally make it into the fast riffs, the hard rockin' riffs. All right, so let me play this. We launch into this real quick. Let me turn that delay off for you. So it sounds like this. All right, so that one's fun to play, and it's pretty much, you just want to kind of consider it just, they really pick up the tempo like a couple hundred beats a minute and just do quick little 8th note riff off of that. So, but we do start here at the 5th fret there on the A string with a couple of downstrokes. Kind of pause on the first one, and then you start the 8th note. 7 twice on the D, so down up, 5 twice on the D, back to 7 twice. So I'm just doing alternate picking. All right, now we do the same riff again, except instead of pausing on those two fives, we're gonna just pick straight through them with eighth notes. Back to the sevens twice, and then back to the fives twice, then 7, and then we hit that 7, 5 twice, 7 once, go back to 5 once, and that's where you do that pause. So it's easier to kind of pick this up if you can just feel it. So it's like. So you can see that it's just. So it's more about kind of just being able to hum it. It's just 3 different, really 3 different notes. But if you can, if you play it, you probably can feel and see what I'm doing there. So. So on the 3rd time through, after you repeat it 3 times, we have this. So it's that 5th fret a couple times, and then the 5th fret on the low E, then 5th fret on the A again, 7, 8, 5 on the D, back to 8, 7. So you're hitting each note twice, except for that last 7. And then we start over. Repeat. All right, now we get to the 2nd verse. Now this happens, let's see, I got a little mark here, at the 2-minute and 2-second mark. Now this is, we're not anything like the first. We just had the power chords, we're letting the ring, big rock tone. It sounds like this. All right, so that goes to the chorus. So it's just pretty simple. Power chord this 5th fret, a couple times, then 1st, a couple times there, and a couple times the 3rd fret, and end it back at the 5th fret. And repeat. All right, and now we have the first chorus that uses just the distorted tone at the 2-minute and 21-second mark. It sounds like this. Now sometimes you'll hear that sometimes if they're doing the power chord off the, that they'll add the 1st fret on the low E string into it as well. Now I know Steve Harris does that a lot. He's doing that note on the bass, so it might just be that which you're on the recording. But if you feel like sometimes wanting to thicken up the chords a bit, especially at the 1st fret and 3rd fret there, the power chord off the A string. So just want to let you know that might be in there a few times. You might hear something, and that's what's going on. All right, so that's the chorus. You're pretty much the 1st fret, 3, 5, 3, then 1, and then you're going to jump over to the 1st fret of the low E, 3rd fret, and back up to the 5th fret. So we have this all together for the chorus. All right, so now we have the 3rd verse. Now, 3rd verse is a little bit different than the second verse there. So let me play that for you real quick. Actually, the verse changes a little bit every time they play it. So this is the third time. This happens at the 2-minute and 39-second mark. So it sounds like this. So that's slightly different, but still using the same basic power chords. So if you know this song well, you could probably just follow along with what I was doing without having to get it all worked out for you. But if you can't, it's 5th fret of the A string, then the 1st, then 3rd, and then it's just a quick shift. It goes 5, 3, and 5. So that's a little variation there. So we have this. And then back to the 1, 3, and just let that ring. Then we pretty much repeat this again, except the second time through, instead of doing this, we do this. So we saw that move earlier. So that's, let me start from here. 5th fret, 1st, 3, and then you're going to grab the power chord off the 1st fret of the low E string, the 3rd fret, and then back up the power chord. 1, 3. So it's very simple, so hopefully you can just kind of follow along with what I was doing there. So that's pretty much the 3rd verse. It's pretty simple stuff still, just nothing that, it's just a slightly different there. They threw that little change in there. And the 4th is going to have a slight variation too. But let me get to this chorus here first. We have a chorus at the 2-minute and 58-second mark, which goes to kind of a halftime feel. And we got more of a kind of a driving rhythm with it. It sounds like this. Back to the rhythm. All right, so that was kind of fun to play. Same power chords though, starting at the 1st fret of the A string. And so you hit it, accent it, and then a palm mute and 2 palm mutes across those 2 strings. So that's the pattern. So you do that twice, then move up to the 3rd fret, then the 5th. Back down to 3. And back to 1. Now we're going to mix things up a little bit. I'm going to do this big power chord shape. That's the 3rd fret on the A and the D, the 5th fret on the G, and 6th fret on the B. Then move that up 2 frets. And then end the riff with just at the doing that same kind of picking pattern we did at the 5th fret of the A string. Then it repeats. All right, so then it's going to go back to that fast. All right, so what we're going to do there is just skip that. We've done that already. Later on, late in the song, after the solos, you're going to see the 4th verse come in. Now that is very similar to the 3rd verse. And remember the 3rd verse, we had this second half where we did this variation like this. All right, so it's basically doing that both times through it instead of, so let me just play that 4th for you so you can understand what I mean. So basically, the 3rd verse that we did before, the second half of it, you repeat it actually twice. That's all it is. So it's just the second half of the 3rd verse done twice. All right, so All right, so then we have the same kind of chorus thing. And all that fun stuff. But nothing new happens. As it gets through the song, it goes back to the intro, the little clean part that we did at the intro. But we do have a quick little outro section that happens at the 6 minute and 59 second mark. It's back on the clean tone. It sounds like this. All right, so that's similar to what we did before. 5th fret, that same picking pattern, done 4 times. First, 4 times. The 3rd fret 4 times. And that little variation there, and they start slowing down a little bit. And then bring it down back to the 5th fret of the A string to finish the song. And you'll probably hear that live. They just kind of go to a D power chord. All right, so stay tuned for the next lesson where we're going to crank out all 4 of those guitar solos. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll see you then.